Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dragox55 here, and today we're going to be showing off my Shooting Star Dragon deck, which was actually requested by Mr. Infinity himself. Basically, what I like to call this deck is the Seeing Stars deck, which is just a pun because Shooting Star Dragon, whatever. Anyways, so this is for Yugioh MD. I am still doing some deck recipes for it because they're being requested for the game. So, yeah, until they stop being requested, I'm gonna still keep these coming. So, yeah. Anyways, so we have one Dandelion. Basically, when it hits the grave, you special summon 2 fluff tokens. They cannot be tributed for a tribute summon, however, but you know, you're not tribute summoning in this deck at all, so you should be fine. They help make level 5, 6, 7s, whatever with the tokens or whatever you want to do. So yeah. Next up we got 2 Doppler Warriors. I guess you could get away with 3, but I don't think 3 is really necessary. Basically what you do is you would keep this in your hand, and you'd use Junk Warrior to special summon something from the grave. Then you special summon this from your hand, and then you would synchro up with this and this to make a monster, and then this lets you bring out tokens. Oh, I should probably say what this does, but I mean, it's on the screen anyways. So if you special summon a monster from the grave, for example, Junk Synchron, then you can special summon this card for your hand, and if this card is used for a synchro summon, you can special summon out 2 tokens that are level 1, so you can make an easy formula synchron or just make some kind of synchro in general. Next up we have 2 Veilers. You can drop it if your opponent activates an effect, which is pretty nice because you kind of want to get a level 1 tuner in the grave. So you can bring it back with Junk Synchron and then do a bunch of shenanigans and stuff. I don't really want to go into too much of the combos because that would probably make this a 30-minute video. And I want to keep this at least 20-ish. So, yeah. Anyways, so it can negate an effect, but yeah. You kind of want to get one of these in the grave. So you can just make a formula really easy by using this, special summoning that, and synchroing up with one of the tokens from Doppel or one of the tokens for Level Warrior or Eater, my bad. So yeah. We play a Gores so that we don't get OTK'd. It's pretty nice. If you take battle damage, you special summon a token. Level 7 with how much damage you take, pretty much just very simple like that. We don't play too much continuous stuff in here because we can't summon out Gores otherwise, so if you're going to change this up and throw in like Call the Haunted for some reason, like I did, then I would suggest using Trag instead, but you know, it's there. Next up we got 3 Junk Warriors, or Junk Synchrons, my bad. You special summon, or you normal summon, my bad, and you can bring back level 2 or higher, or lower, my bad. In defense position, the effect doesn't matter. It's not like you're really going to use any of these effects. Anyways. So yeah, you bring back something from the grave that's level 2 or lower. So, yeah, you do that and you bring out, like, level eaters. Preferably, you bring out level 1 tuners so you can bring out Doppel and then synchro up to a 5 and then use the level 1 token and use level 1 tuner and make a formula, and you know, whatever you want to do from there. So it's pretty good. As I said, I don't want to go into every little play you can do because that would take forever. Next up we got Level Eater. Basically if you have a level 5 or higher on the field, you can reduce by 1 level and special summon this from the grave. So getting this in the grave is kind of beneficial too, especially if you have a Junk or Quick Draw Synchron and you just need to go into a quick, not let's play, into a quick synchro play. So you can just drop that and special summon this and synchro up or whatever you want to do. Yeah, he's pretty good if you need the lower levels too to get into different. I keep wanting to say let's plays, synchro plays, like into any of these basically. Like if you have a 5 and you want to make a 6, you can reduce a level and bring this out, and whatever. Next up we have Quick Draw. So you discard one card from your hand, and then you send. I shouldn't say discard. And you special summon this card, and it counts as any Synchron Tuner monster. So you might be like, why does that matter or whatever? Well, believe it or not, like Drill Warrior, the Junk Berserker, all these require a certain synchron, so Quick Draw is your really go-to if you're trying to go into quick synchros. If you want to drill synchron or whatever. So yeah, also it's really nice because you can drop a effect failure. As I said, you want to get a level 1 tuner. Basically what you need to know is get a level 1 tuner in the grave, bring it back with Junk Synchron, drop Doppler Warrior, synchro up with Doppel and Junk Synchron, then Doppel drops tokens, which you can use with the level 1 tuner to synchro into a level 2, and yeah, there you go. Or you can do Quick Draw, drop Level Eater, or bring Level Eater back. But I don't know, you guys can figure it out. I have a video that kind of shows what I'm talking about here. But yeah, you could Quick Draw, drop Level Eater, or if you have a level 1 tuner in the grave, then you can do Junk Synchron, summon this, or summon that, summon this. I don't know why I'm going into all that detail. Well, you guys can figure it out. It's pretty easy of a deck to understand when you're playing it. Anyways, 2 Quillbolts, if you have a tuner in your grave, you can bring it back when you have a tuner and it gets banished when it leaves the field, but it's pretty easy to go into like a level 7 with this, or a level... Well, you would obviously have brought something back before the Quillbolt, so you can go like 5, or you can go into a 7, or you can go into a 6, whatever you feel like, because you go bring back level 1, whatever's... I know, I'm trying not to go into combos because it will take forever. Spore is pretty nice. You can bring it back, banish one other plant type in your graveyard, and you might be like, what's plant? There you go, Dandelion. And this card is 1 plus the level of the monster you banish. So if you banish a Dandelion, it's level 4 in it when it comes from your grave. So you have a level 4 tuner, but otherwise it's a level 1 tuner. And it's pretty good. So yeah. It's 1 plus the level of the plant type monster you banish. As I said, level 3 plus 1, that's a 4. So, not much to say. 2 Synchron Explorers. Pretty nice. You normal summon, you special summon 1 Synchron monster in your graveyard. Its effects are negated, not that it matters. I mean, I guess it kind of matters in terms of the Quick Draw, but other than that, it really doesn't matter. And then you just synchro up into something. It's really, really nice. So you can go into a 5 or a 7, or if you have Level Eater or whatever, 50 billion different plays. That's the good thing about synchro decks. You don't have one specific play that you only can do. You can do like tens of billions of plays. I'm exaggerating, of course, so that you can just keep going into different monsters and summoning out different things. Like if you don't want to just do synchron into a monster, you can just spore into something. I don't know. Anyways, you have to play the deck yourself to understand what I'm talking about. Next up, we have a tuning ware. If this card is used for a synchro summon, you can treat it as a level 2 monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon, draw 1 card. So basically, you can treat it as a level 1 or 2. And when you use it for single summon, you can draw 1 card. There was a big loop thing that I don't think works really now. But you would just go like Junk Synchron, bring Tuning, then Inferno Reckless, summon it, and then you like draw like 3 cards. You would get insane. I tried looking up a deck recipe and whatever. Couldn't find one really. If you guys want to put one in the comments of a good one that does that, go ahead. I don't mind, because this one is a pretty decent deck in terms of whatever it is. 2 unknown synchrons, pretty nice. Level 1 tuner. You can apparently special summon this if you have no monsters your opponent controls one. I actually didn't read this effect yet. Let's see, anything else I need to know? Each player can use... Okay, so you can only use that special summoning effect once per duel, so... Yeah, 2's a little easier to actually get that out and stuff. So, yeah. I actually never read it, I just use it because it's level 1 tuner. Book of Moon's pretty nice. It flips something face down, so if you need to protect something, it's there. Dark Hole, because it wrecks the field, of course. Foolish Burial, it sends a monster to the grave, so you want to send like your level 1 tuners, or for example. Or if you don't want to do that, you can dump Dandies, Tuning Wares, Spores. Quillbolts are nice to dump too. Level Eaters are really good too, and yeah. Mind Control to take control of your opponent's monster and special synchro up with it. That's basically why you take it. 3 MST to get rid of Backrow. Enough said there. 1 for 1, you'd send 1 to special summon 1, so usually you'd send random card and bring out a level 1 tuner. So you probably go Effect Veiler and whatever. Keep in mind you could play BLS in this deck too if you want to. I just don't think it's necessary because of the fact that you can make so many cards and there's not really much I want to take out to put a BLS in here anyways, but you could play BLS, Blacklist Soldier, you know. Product Economy, the problem with this deck is you go through the resources really quickly too, so you need to recycle it sometimes. So you play Dichotomy because Avarice is banned. So it's pretty easy to get 3 different types of monsters in the grave, and you shuffle and draw 2. Of course you can't attack, but that's not really too much of a problem in this deck. Next up we have Reinforcement of the Army. Pretty much you just get Junk Synchron. If you have Junk Synchron in hand... Actually no, you go for the Doppler Warrior. That's what it is. I'm still kind of new to Synchron stuff, so please bear with me. So, yeah, you go for the Doppel because you have 3 of these. Tuning, which gets a Synchron, and you just go into a Quick Draw, or you can go into a Junk Synchron, and the fact that this mills the top card from your deck makes it a lot better. You might be like, oh, well, there goes 1 card that I could have used. But if you mill out like a level eater or something, it's super beneficial. So this card is great in this deck. As I said, you would have to try it out before judging it. Call the Hunted, I'm playing this because most of the Synchro decks I've seen use Monster Reborn or Soul Charge. And Soul Charge is not in this game and Monster Reborn is banned. So Call the Hunted is the next thing. Only downside of using this is the fact that you have Gores. Not that it matters too much. Next up you have 2 Mirror Forces, protects you from attacks, enough said. Solemn Warning, stop a very annoying monster from being brought out. Since it's a counter trap, it basically outspeeds anything and it will stop monsters dead in their tracks before they're being brought out. So like Jinzos and whatever are... Well, Jinzo doesn't really hurt this deck because you play only like 5 traps. But, I don't know, just something that's really annoying, you can just stop it from being summoned. Torrential Tribute, just destroy everything on the field because you don't want it to be brought out. This is more of like a last resort of, oh no, he's summoning too much monsters and your opponent's gonna OTK and I don't have a Gores. You just nuked the field. But yeah. As for the extra deck, not really anything too special. What you really kind of want to have is, what is it? Level 5s, 4s are nice, 7s are great, 6, pretty good. Formulas are needed, or you can play the other level 2 that I don't know what's called. Trying to see. I would also recommend using Drill Warrior because this card's pretty nice. And for this deck, you also need to play a Stardust, and you need to play Shooting Star. We don't play each one of these because it fills up the extra deck too much, and really, to be honest, these two are good, but if I have my choice of going into things, I probably would go into like a Miststorm to get rid of stuff. Or even a Junk Destroyer will clear the field, but, you know, it's there. And this card is really needed because it lets you draw for each synchro, so... yeah, really, we'll go over Shooting Star Dragon because that's really the only one that I care to go over in this deck. I mean, these other ones are, you know, whatevers. It's basically what you want to use, but, yeah, actually I should just go over what's in this first, and I'll just go over the ones I care about. Allied Justice, Catastrophe, Armides, Armory Arm, Black Rose, Drill Warrior, Flamvel, Formula, Junk Berserker, Destroyer, Warrior, Miststorm, Road Warrior, Shooting Star, Stardust, and TG. But of course, if you're watching at this point, you should have saw the deck recipe right at the beginning of this video. So, anyways, Shooting Star. So what it does is you can activate any of these effects once per turn, and the first effect is you reveal 5 for each tuner you reveal. You can attack an extra or for every tuner you can attack for up to the amount of tuners that you show. So if you reveal 1 tuner, you can only attack 1 time. If you reveal like 5 tuners, you can attack 5 times that turn. Really nice. Anyways, next up we have the ability to negate an activation of effect to destroy the card. It's really nice. I don't really need to say much about it. And when your opponent declares an attack, you can select and remove it from play, and this card negates the attack. During the end phase, you can special summon this card that was... during the end phase, special summon this card that was removed from play by this effect. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For anyone that's playing this deck in later games, you could just throw in Quasar if you really want this like legacy or whatever. Right, sorry about my rambling. I hope you guys get the gist of what this does. All in all, I give this deck definitely like 8 out of 10. Even though it is a good deck, the fact that we're relying on cards that prevent you from attacking or not having a battle phase, or even having to wait a turn to activate Call of the Haunted, because Monster Reborn is like boom, and I bring this guy out. The fact that it makes you have to wait kinda slows down the deck, but if you're good enough and you're really keeping track of what's in the deck and making your plays good plays or whatever, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with this deck. Anyways, so yeah, the deck is only a little bit slow. Not slow that you can't do anything, just slow that you can not like, it would just be like 10 times faster if Avarice and Monster Reborn. Don't worry about what I'm saying about slow. Like, it's only like a second slower than if it had Monster Reborn and whatever. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck recipe. Sorry that it took 20 minutes to actually record my voice on this. Just a lot of things that I could talk about in this deck. I really just don't want to spend that much time talking about. So yeah, just give it a try and whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck recipe. Let me know what you think about this deck, and I will catch you guys next time with an exciting Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck recipe. Make sure you leave requests down below. I will get to them. Don't worry about that. I just have a very, very busy-ish schedule, I guess. So, anyways, catch you on the flip side.